Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Ark Raiders. And in this video I'm going to talk about the most difficult part in this game, besides not dying, and that is items, loot. What do I need to do with the loot? Do I need to sell it? Do I need to recycle it? What do I keep? And that was for me the hardest part, because a big part in knowing that is knowledge. And I'm going to start first with knowledge, then we are going into the game and I will show you guys the mechanics that are in the game, how you can see really fast what you need to keep, what you need to track and all that stuff. But first we are going to talk about knowledge. Why is that important that you know that? Because a lot of things come later on in the game. So when you start leveling up your workbench, for example, you don't know what you need to have for level 3. Because the game is not going to say that. But if you find an item for level 3 upgrades on your workbenches and you sold that item, you feel really bad. Because most of those items are really hard to find. So it's really good that you know from the start, okay, for level 3 on my utility bench, I need to keep that item, that you can keep that item. And therefore we are going to start with the knowledge. And here I got a spreadsheet in Excel that was made by a guy on Reddit. I will post this link under this video. So if you want to have this, click on it. Give the guy a karma because he did God's work. This is going to save a lot of frustration, a lot of time, if you don't know that. So let's have a look to this spreadsheet. So first of all, you got Scrappy. Scrappy is a chicken. And you can upgrade Scrappy a couple of times, and he's going to automatically gather basic crafting materials for you. So it's very important that you know that you keep the items. So you can see here that you can upgrade Scrappy, and here you can see everything that you need to keep for him. So a dog collar, lemons, apricots, prickly pears, olives, catbed, mushrooms, apricots again, and then very comfortable pillow is needed too. The cat bed is here. So this is already all the items that you need to keep to upgrade Scrappy. Be sure if you find one of those items that you keep them, because you will need them. If you upgraded Scrappy all the way to the maximum, then you can sell them all. You don't need to keep them anymore. So he even puts here how many you need. This is the amount. So you need to have 12 mushrooms, 12 apricots, and so on and so on. Then the next one, we are going to talk about the benches. You got, I think in total, you got 7 benches, if I'm not mistaken. And you can, most of them, level them up to level 3. Tier, we call them. Tier 1, 2, and 3. So for example, you start the game, and you see gunsmith 1, you need to have metal parts 20, rubber parts 30, rusty tool 3. But you will not know what you need to have for tier 3 gunsmith. So once again, he put everything here. So for example, you find at the start of the game rusty gear. That's possible. You sell it, later on you will feel really bad because you need to have it for tier 3 gunsmith. So once again, knowledge. Check all the benches here, check everything that you need to keep. So it's not that simple, but if you don't know that you need to keep an item, check this. So here are all the benches and everything that you need to have. Be sure that you don't sell it. That's important. Then the quests are important too. He did just the same here. So everything that you need to have for quests. So here are clearer skies. Arc alloy is something that you need to keep. And then the last one is expedition. So all the info is here. Is it 100%? I think so, because I didn't do 100% of the game. But be sure, always, if you are not sure, that you can sell, recycle an item, because the game is just going to say, for example, this is something that a lot of people are going to do. So this one, let me have a look. The rusted gear 3 is very hard to find. The game is just going to say recycle and is not going to show anything in game until you unlock gunsmith 2. So a lot of people probably will recycle that. And it's very hard to get this, because you need to do cards for it. The motor is just the same. That's a little bit later. So be sure that you got this. And now I'm going to show you guys in-game a couple of mechanics and how you need to approach certain materials. I'm now in the game, so let's get started. So I'm in the stash, so how do you make your stash bigger? You expand here and then you need to pay coins, but that's limited because it's going to take a lot of money and at the start or later on you don't have the money. So first of all we are going to start with the misc items. So misc items, you can see that I'm keeping the items for Scrappy. I just showed you guys what you need to have. Where do you find Scrappy? You will find him here. He brings every raid that you do. He brings you items. You can claim them, but you can train him too. So that are the items that we just saw in the Excel file. So if you totally upgraded Scrappy, you can sell all of them. So there is no need to keep them. Then you got in the misc items store or stash, you got seeds too. I would always keep the seeds. Why? Because you got a trader, a very good trader, is called Celeste. She's going to use the seeds as a currency. So you can see, if I want to buy, for example, this one, Exodus Modulus, it's going to cost me 55 seeds. So always keep all your seeds. Maybe later on, if you farmed it, totally out, you can sell them, but I think you will always need to keep your seeds because you die and then you need to craft, for example, new guns or something. So keep the seeds, you use them here. Then, what do you find too? You will find trinkets, like the diamond icon. You can sell them all. If you don't need them somewhere, you sell them. They are a very good source of income. Then I'm going to talk now about the crafting materials, and that will be the most problematic for most people. So you will find them here. So they are going to fill up your stash really quick. So check the spreadsheet what you need to keep, but I'm going to talk about a couple of mechanics that is going to help you, because it's not enough that you loot them. If you're in the world, you need to know what you need to keep too. That's important. Otherwise, because your backspace is very limited. And then there are a couple of handy tools that you can use. So first of all, I'm going to start about the basics. So in this game, you got common items. Common items are like the starting, most of the time, for your crafting. If you want to know what they are, you can go back to Scrappy. So Scrappy is going to bring back common items. So that are metal parts, that are fabric, that is plastic parts, that are chemicals, rubber parts, and the seeds for the trader. So that are the ones that I would never sell, or you need to have a lot of them, because they are the start of every crafting. So if you got, for example, let's say 1000 chemicals, you can sell them. How do you sell them? Do it like this. Don't start right-clicking and sell them. You just do this. You do control, you click on a couple of the items, right-click, and then you can sell them. Sell in bulk, it's going to save you a lot of time. Then you got the common ones. This is common. Then you got the uncommon ones, is green. Then you got the rare ones. Then you got the epic ones. And I think there are legendaries too, but I'm not sure. So that's important that you know that. Why is it important that you keep the common ones? Very simple. So I got here an empty menu, an empty inventory. So you always start with doing this. So if I go now out, I go to my crafting bench. So the first thing that I craft is my looting MK. What do you need to have for it? Basic items. Then I got a shield. You never go out without a shield. So you can already see arc alloy, you better keep it. Plastic parts, once again. Then you want to make a gun. So guns, once again, metal parts, once again, the basics. If you go a little bit further, you go to epic guns and rare guns. Of course, you cannot do it anymore with the basics, but we don't start with this. You already need to get your bench to level 3, so it takes a long time until you're here. So these are, once again, your basic items. Then you can go with a modification if you want. Once again, basic items. Then you go to the healing. You need to have a shield recharger, basic items. You need to have bandage fabric. And then you're ready to go. That's what most of the people do. And then you need to get a little bit of item, basic items. So therefore, most of the time, you keep those items. Or you have so many of them that you sell them. Then a second mechanic in the game that is going to give you right away an overview what you can do with a certain crafting item. You just hover over it. So you hover over it, for example, an arc motion core. You can see it's used to craft magnetic accelerator. So it's possible that in the future you need to have that. But it's not going to say what you need to have for your workbenches. It never does that. It's only for the crafting. So that's already like a red light that goes... Like, for example, I didn't know advanced electrical components. What can I do with it? I hover over it. Oh, it's used for a tactical MK3. That's really good. I need to keep this item. I'm never going to recycle it, but once again, it's not going to say what you need to keep for quest and workshop. Therefore, it was really important that you know the spreadsheet. Then, how can you track it? There is a system in the game that you can track resources. So I would suggest that you put that on. So you need to level up your bench. I need to get my gunsmith to 3. So I can track this now. Of course, it's not going to track this if you're gunsmith 1. Therefore, once again, the spreadsheet was important. You can put everything here on track. Here we go. Be sure that you track it. Because it's going to make your life a lot easier. Because take it from me, you will be outside, not dying, not trying to die. You don't have time to check that all. So you can track everything to level up your workbench. And how can you see that now? So you're outside, you will see now here an eye. So I know now, if I got an item with an eye here, I need to keep that item. If you want to know where you, why you need to keep that item, click logbook, and this is visual a lot easier to see. So here you can see it. So this is the benches. So why do I need to keep rusty gear? Because I got the eye, because I need to get it to upgrade my gunsmith to 3. So therefore it's important. So visual, something drops in the world, you can see right away visual, okay, fuck, I need to keep this one because I got the eye somewhere, I'm tracking it, and that's important. Yeah, that's this system. And I'm thinking now at the moment, because I forgot something. I know that I forgot something, but I don't know what. Yeah, that's what you need to do. So you got the spreadsheet, you got this mechanic. Yeah. You can, of course, go a little bit further too. If you're upgrading your workbenches, at some point, I got now my workbench at level 3, but I can already see at level 3 I can make this weapon. If you find the blueprint and you want to, that's your favorite weapon, that's your playstyle, it would be really silly that you start selling items that you need to have for your weapon. So what can you do? You cannot only track what you need to have for leveling up, but you can track everything that you craft. So for example, this weapon I want to use later on in the game, you can just track the resources that you need to have for it. So you like, for example, this one. So mechanical components I need to keep. You can track this one. So you can track everything if you want. You want to go for the Renegade, track it. And then you will see, once again, more eye icons on the resources. So the tracking system is important. The spreadsheet is very important. Hover over it is very important too. Because now, if you didn't know it's used in crafting, you will probably recycle this. But for example, there are a couple of things like, I thought before I know that, so a fried motherboard, you need to use it, I think, on the utility. The game is not going to say that, but now I got the knowledge I need to keep this. So you right click, probably a lot of people sold this one, but you need to keep it. So that was it a little bit, guys. It's a lot knowledge. Then you hover over it, you track items, And yeah, the diamonds you can sell until scrappy, the seeds you will keep. But that's a little bit what you need to do, and then your life is a lot easier than before. Let's talk about a couple of other things. So you got here keys. Keys I always keep. Because why are they important? So most of the time, if you need to breach a security, or if you need to open a security breach, or if you need to open a door with a certain key, behind that you will find most of the time blueprints and upgrades for your weapons or good weapons. So always keep them. I keep these too. Grenades, shield rechargers. So I never sold it. Of course, if you got double of them, you can sell them, or if you don't use them, you can sell them. Because they are not recyclable. You can see it here. Then weapons, I always keep this. I never sold one of them because one day I probably need to use them. Then weapons, if they are, let's say, basic, recycle them for metal parts. Metal parts are used in many crafting. Crafting. I'm not sure how I need to say it. They are used a lot in crafting. Let's say it like that. So you can just recycle guns for that. So if you pick up a gun, recycle it, don't sell it. Then you got here the shields. Always keep them. If you're a bad player like me, you need to have always one every time. And then this I always keep too. So that was it a little bit, guys. I hope this video helped you guys. Thanks for watching. Have fun with the game. And I see you guys in next video. Bye bye.